There's a crisis on the rise, with lying being the issue. Our own supposed to be federal and local officers are hurting the relationship between the United States citizens and the government by taking advantage of their superior power. There has been many cases where the police officers have been found guilty in court of their actions, whether it was their reason to shoot or arresting a person. Without the innovative technology that we use today, the police officers would be off the hook, leaving innocent lives behind bars or dead.
In the article Blue Lives Matter by Albert Samaha, it clearly identifies prime examples of several cases of reported police officers who lied in court about incidents that occurred, as well as unwarranted executions. These false, untruthful accusations by police officers have caused innocent lives to be taken, as well as unnecessary jail time to be served. Videos have replaced reports and testimony as the most credible version of events, proving time and again with increasing frequency that officers lie. This is why the public finds it hard to have trust in the federal government due to nationwide police lies. Big lies have led many people to reflexively distrust those in positions of authority.
Lying by omission is one form of lying that police officers have made use of when trying to falsely convict innocent people. Omission can be defined as a failure to do something, especially something that one has a moral or legal obligation to do. Harris similarly defines acts of omission as the good things we fail to do. An example of such lying was brought up in the text when Samaha mentions officers in Tulsa, Oklahoma, and San Antonio, Texas, and how they committed acts of omission when they failed to note in their statements that the suspect they fatally shot had their hands up and surrendered. So the officers not only failed to comply to their legal obligation, but they also ignored doing good by being honest in the situation and accurately reporting what took place during the arrest.
When an individual is arrested for a crime that they were falsely accused of, the negative impact does not stop there. Those close to the victim are harmed in a chain reaction caused by their absence in others' lives. If the arrested individual is a father or mother, then his or her child will be without a role model in his or her life while the victim is incarcerated. Without this influence, the child will not learn the values and habits usually taught by a parent. This showcases the problematic effect of lying towards creating a healthy individual, and any unnecessary absence can be detrimental to the child's well-being. In addition, the lies also strain the relationship between police and civilians. According to Albert Samaha, videos have replaced police reports and testimony as the most credible version of events, proving time and time again, with increasing frequency, that police officers lie. With the use of cameras and other technology, there can now be no denying that law enforcers in positions of power use their pedestal to act above the very law and people they protect. As the number of officers exposed for their lies increases, the public's trust in them continues to deteriorate. With less and less credibility, the public's relationship towards cops is strained more and more.
Hi, this is Tiffany Liu. In Samaha's article Blue Lives Matters, it illustrates the effective video footage contradicting officers' testimonies and contributes to the distrust against authority. Members of the law enforcement system are held to a higher standard than citizens as they have sworn to protect and serve the country. Therefore, it is important for officers to ensure that they adhere to the expectations of truthfulness. Being truthful means that we are honestly expressing how we feel or perceive about something, and telling the truth means that we are actually defining or describing the way things actually are. However, police officers lie in court and misuse their powers. As Harris stated on page 3 of his text Lying, there is a struggle to keep appearances and reality apart. Lying is an easy way to get at, and police officers often do so by fabrication, omission, or exaggeration. The assumption of police honesty has depleted as video evidence were introduced. Samaha stated that videos have replaced police reports and testimonies as the most credible versions of events, proving time and again, with increasing frequency, that police officers lie. Video evidence serves as a crucial deciding factor in an individual's innocence. In the case of Officer Nicholas M. Buckley versus Brendan Simpson, it shows that officers lied to retroactively justify their actions. Buckley completely fabricated a story of Simpson having a gun, and Simpson was arrested for illegal firearm possessions and sentenced to 10 years in federal prison. As Harris stated, people lie so that others will form beliefs that are not true, and when a person's well-being demands the correct understanding of the world or of other people's opinions, the more consequential the lie. Luckily, surveillance footage found showed a completely different story, contradicting Buckley's statement, and declared Simpson innocent. Although some officers sometimes honestly can't recall every single detail, in this case the event could have been avoided if Buckley conveyed the truth immediately or did not confront Simpson to begin with. Harris stated that endless forms of suffering and embarrassment could have been easily avoided by simply telling the truth. In addition, the reputations and credibility of the police officers and criminal justice system wouldn't have been undermined. Officers' actions and arrests affect the victims' lives and freedoms. Without a correct testimony and credible evidence, restraints are placed on the individual. Blue Lives Matter strengthens Harris's idea of lying and telling the truth, as it demonstrates the effect on individuals and the outcomes of truth benefits those wrongly accused.
According to Blue Lives Matter, a cop's word is often the difference between a person's freedom and imprisonment, but we already knew this. Police take sides on cases. They often ignore the effects and consequences. As Harris believes, lies result in long-term consequences versus the truth, which results in short-term discomfort.
Due to the rise of technological advancements, catching these police officers for killing innocent people or putting them behind bars has become easier. These people who are targeted in many of the cases are Black people. With the rising evidence of this, it is a new movement known as Black Lives Matter. This is an example of a long-term effect of lies and false accusations committed by the police. Some of the main cases include Trayvon Martin, Darren Wilson, and Eric Garner. The reason why their series of lies is a major problem is because after they are found guilty, there is no punishment.
The short-term discomfort in these situations doesn't happen because the police won't confess in order to keep their jobs. The only truth is in their heads when they write their police report knowing the truth and decide it's not good enough for someone else's life. It also occurs when they come into court and step on the podium and push the truth aside to continue their lie. This makes them question their own morals and question their true character, like, who am I?
We can't put our lives in people who have no problem taking our lives. There needs to be a change. The lies need to end because Blue Lives Matter, all lives matter.